Welcome back to the Seaboard Central, everyone, in the January 2024 layout update. I want to wish each and every one of you a happy new year and hope 2024 is good for you and your model railroad. New on the Seaboard Central this month is another Athearn Genesis GP38-2. Last month I featured the 2004, this is the 2005. And it's been upgraded with a Load Sound V5 decoder. Same as the other one, on a buddy board, the scale sound system speakers done by George Bigfoot Trains. And you'll note that he also added the step lights, which is a really cool feature. I weathered this unit and also added some decals from Precision Design Company. This is a great running unit, and I've got it consisted with an Athearn Genesis GP15-1. And even though the paint schemes are similar, they're different. The GP15 is actually in a former GATX paint scheme that, since it was fairly new, I decided to keep it. Retain that paint scheme because it definitely fits in with the SC. One thing you'll also note that the paint scheme on the GP15 looks more fresh and new. If you haven't seen my last video on modeling time, I'll talk about that because the 2005 shows a paint scheme that was done back in 2004, and so it's been faded by the sun. And speaking of fading, one thing a lot of people don't see is the tops of locomotives, and the sun really does bleach them good, especially the longer it's been since they've been painted. And so I definitely wanted to show this bleached out look on the 2005. You can see where that paint has really faded, and it's got its grime up there. It's even showing some signs of rust, and I'll zoom in so you can see it, what I'm talking about. On the cab roof, it's one of the first things where you'll start seeing rust. You also see it starting to form a little at the top. And these radiator fans, so much heat comes out of these radiator fans, a lot of times that paint that was on them completely goes away and they start rusting. So another detail I thought I'd add. So these units shoved back, we'll talk about the next big thing that's been going on in Seaboard Central. That's right, folks, your eyes aren't deceiving you. You're watching the first train on the new sections of the Seaboard Central. A little work train going. So as promised, I started the modules for the Gadsden Yard area. I've got a lot of work to do, but it's coming out to be a great start. And I'll show you how I have everything connected so I can run trains on these sections. So what's powering this is an NCE PowerPro PB5 booster, and I have it connected to the command station through that control wire. So my NCE PowerPro command station, it controls everything that the layout is doing now, including the ADM section along with the shelf section that's this scenic. And connected to that booster, I have the control wire here. To better understand how this all works, let's look at the plan that I've got going. So the command station is controlling all the layout, including the ADM section and around this area all the way up to this point. The booster will be controlling the yard and the trackage in the helix, and there'll be an insulated joint to separate the two power districts around this area. And the reason for that is the command station would not have enough power to control all this trackage with all these locomotives doing all this work. So I had to separate it into two power blocks. As the layout grows, it will require more boosters. But until this point, we're doing good with what we have. To see how I created this look, be sure to go back and check some of my other videos where I show how to create this textured painted roadbed look, and also how I paint my ties and rails to create a realistic look effect. But I have been securing the track with this DAP Clear Alex Plus caulk, and it works real good. It's clear, it dries clear, and so the track is nice and secure. Another thing I've been doing as I lay out my curves is I took the longest cars that I have on the layout, and these are the tightest curves, and as you can see, they can make it by without hitting. So this inside curve is actually a 24-inch radius curve, and that's going into staging. It'll be going to the other side. The outside curve is about a 36-inch radius curve. So I hope you've enjoyed this update on the Seaboard Central. As you can tell, there's a lot going on, and so the next update, hopefully I'll have a whole lot more to show you on the progress of the Gadsden Yard area. The rest of this month, I'm going to be doing a special series on having realistic ops for your model railroad. So if you want to see some prototype-based operations, how you can set your layout up, it's simple but realistic operations. Be sure to tune in for that. And so until next time, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like. And we'll see you next month on the Seaboard Central. Well, happy model railroading, everyone.